days left after today, so pretty much all I have out right now is just for pine marten. I do have a few weasel sets out. I do catch weasels in my pine marten sets, and I do have quite a few live cages that I was using earlier this season for bobcats. I still have quite a few of those out because I actually catch quite a few pine marten in my bobcat cages. So I've left them out. They're really easy to turn stuff loose when you don't want them. There's no harm done to the animals. Even if it was a foothold, it's still not going to harm the animal. But the live cages are just a lot easier to let go. You don't have to get as close and personal with the bobcat as you let it go. You just open the door and they run away. They've got a big belly full of food because they've been sitting in your trap eating your bait. So good. So, but I do catch pine marten in them, so I leave them out. All right, so I got a little weasel board here that I use. So now that I've got the fur side all out, the legs out, I go ahead and put it back in the little bucket of borax and kind of just rub it around in there, get it good and coated with that borax again, get any oils or greases, or if there was a little blood on it, that will take that off. Plus it kind of brightens it up, kind of makes it look a little nicer. So got that all coated. Shake it out a little bit. Put it on the board. I use these thumbtacks to hold everything in place. So push pins, thumbtacks, whatever you prefer to call them. So here, like I did say, I did pull the end of the tail off the little black part. So I'm going to try to get that stuck back onto it. A little thread or something, or just leave it off and push a little pin on the nose of it, hold the nose up, get the bottom lip pulled up just a little bit. Pull down on the front leg, stretch it down a little bit. Pull down on the bottom of it. A little chunk of meat there, so I'll pull that off while I'm doing this. I use these little pieces of wood here just to put up in between it and the stretcher. That way it doesn't really stick hard to it, so it's easier to pull off of the stretcher when I get ready to. Probably tomorrow night. I usually leave these on for a day. My pine martens I leave on for usually 2 days. Bobcat and stuff, they're different. I'm going to let them dry completely. A lot of times I let them hang up for weeks and weeks. Leave them on the stretcher, hang them upside down, and then take them off and fluff everything up before I go to a fur auction. And I'll be going to first part of March is a fur auction over in Glenns Ferry, Idaho. Idaho Trappers Association puts a couple really good fur auctions on. The one in March I kind of like a little better than the one in January. I think it's a little bigger. I think there's more people that come to it, more buyers, more sellers. Kind of makes things nice. So yeah, I got that pinned on. A couple other little places here. Put a couple extra pins right where I ripped that leg a little bit, so kind of close that up some. The legs, I'll let these hang for about 4 or 5 hours, and I'll put pins on them so they kind of get down good. I do use a couple zip ties. I'll run up the back side of it just to help it from sticking also. Get one there. I might try to get another one on this other side. It just makes it a lot easier when you're pulling them off. These are really thin-skinned animals. You can rip them pretty easy. Obviously, you see me rip that leg when I was skinning it, and I ripped the tail off of it. So the very end of it, just a little black part. So I'm actually just going to pin that right there in place where it would be, and when it's dry, I'll decide what I actually want to do with it, and I won't lose it. Yeah, so well, that's how I do it. You know, there's a lot of different ways, but they're fairly quick and easy. Same thing with the pine marten. I'll let this set up for a day, pull it off, and add it to my collection. So yeah, so that's about it. I got this over here. Let me see if I can walk this over and show this. Yeah, I got this pine marten yesterday, so I got it stretched and drying. I'll pull it off the drying board tomorrow. I got these pine marten over here that I caught today, along with this weasel, so they still got a little thawing to do on them, so get those things thawed, and then I'll hang them up here with the rest of the fur that I've got so far this year. My skunks, weasels, and a couple otter back in there, mink, and the rest of the pine marten that I've caught. Got some of them tagged by Fish and Game. I still got a few I've got to take in. Bobcats, coyote and fox back in there. So once I get all completely done for the year, I'll get all those things pulled out and get a nice picture or something put out there. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this stuff up, and I will get another video out maybe on the marten tomorrow or something. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.